right, guys, I think we just about have it. We've got our 2 games back up. Thank you guys for your patience while we get this up and running. I think Guardians is going to be in, so we should be good.
Looks like it's going to be from left to right. Guardians, Motordome, Walking Dead, Mousing Around, Stern Star Wars, Getaway High Speed 2, and AC/DC.
Absolutely. I believe it. Oh, let's wait for Evan here.
Good luck, Ross.
I believe a proper introduction's in order.
Oh, yes,
this
of course.
is Mr. Lewis Bevins right here.
Pleasure to
one
see you
again. One
again.
of the finer pinball players the Pittsburgh PA has to offer.
Thank
How you doing, my man?
I'm doing all right. Had a nice, comfy 10th round where I was fighting for a bye. Didn't get it, but it was nice not having to like put pressure on for game 10.
Hang on here. We're going to show the getaway here real quick. That's so Alex can get that ready. Look at that trophy.
That is the B Division trophy. Really nice trophies, by the way.
Oh, Kim did a great job with the trophies this
Oh,
year.
my goodness.
She did tremendously. But thank you guys for your patience while we got a few tech things working. You know, the
Yep.
wonders of USB cameras, as we were talking about with Mr. Jack Danger just a minute ago on Death Flip is here chilling out with us. We appreciate it.
Howdy, Jack.
Hopefully he's still there. I think he is. The fun of setting up these USB rigs and all the stuff you do to try and get the quality down just right. It's interesting.
Fun is an interesting word to put for it. I had that experience myself.
Absolutely.
So there's our setup.
This is our setup, yes. Kind of be an idea of how this works here.
Yep.
We're going to go down this order as you see it right here. We're going to start with Russ, Bobby, Ryan, Stuart, Holly, Robert, Ken, Eric. Each one is going to take their is going to step up. They're going to take their shot at Guardians of the Galaxy. As soon as Ross plays, Ross is our leadoff hitter here. So he plays a full game. He's going to put up a score to start with.
Yep.
Bobby's job will be to simply pass that score. As soon as he passes that score, he's safe. He can move on to the next machine. If he's unable to do that, he then has to stay back at Guardians of the Galaxy.
And twiddle his thumbs.
Twiddle his thumbs, sit in what we call the pariah pit in honor of our man Josh Mullet, who is one of our fine regulars here, and wait until someone gets a lower score.
Yes.
So we're watching right now. We will be picking up the action with you guys live on Walking Dead, and you're going to get to see the getaway too. That is the second to last game.
Yes.
So we'll see 3 people playing the getaway when that time comes, and we're going to get to see 6 people.
As our live play-by-play right now, Ross is stepping up to ball 3 of Guardians of the Galaxy, sitting in Yaka Arrow. He has one of his Groot locks. He's played his Quill's Quest, so he's got a little bit of work to do, but he's sitting on 10 million right now, which could do it.
Exactly, and the psychology, I think, of how you play this format as opposed to a regular group format, it changes a little bit. Now, for him, it's not drastically different because he's just got to play a full game.
Yeah.
But everybody that comes after that, they're looking at a score that they have to beat. So the shots you make, the things you go after might be different, knowing you only have to get to a certain point. Maybe you don't play for a multi-ball, maybe you play for a certain mode.
Yes.
You do something a little different because you know you just want to get to a certain number faster than everybody else.
Exactly. And that's one of the reasons for Guardians of the Galaxy specifically. I know Ross and I discussed in the car, he's a fellow Pittsburgher, about Yaka Arrow strategies. If you're playing a single ball player game, you don't have to worry about anybody else locking balls in group.
Yes.
So you can just go ahead, lock all the balls yourself, and since Yaka Arrow is the pop bumpers mode, you can plunge every ball into the pop bumpers for free shots.
Absolutely.
And then in multi-ball, you can try to get the 3x playfield and try to cash out all your super pops at maximum value.
Absolutely.
And usually that strategy, just a group multi-ball and a Yaka alone, is about 60, 80 million, depending on how you do the Yaka Arrow 2 part.
Yep. Maybe we're bringing up all our tabs from the restart of the stream here. 10 of you guys stuck around. I am thankful that all of you did. Y'all are freaking awesome. I hope freaking's okay to say on the stream. If it's not,
I think it is.
It just became okay. I'm going to go
with it. And you're awesome for helping put this all together.
Thank you,
because
man. Hey,
you've been doing a lot of broadcasting today.
Yeah.
Sitting in a booth for a while is definitely a slog.
It's a learning process. You know, I'm trying to do more streaming myself. I am Saf2880 on Twitter. That will be my only shameless plug of the night. Go follow me. But it's fun. I enjoy the learning process, learning about the games, learning about all the people that are here playing. So it's a great experience, and it's great to see high-level pinball play like this and have everyone get to be a part of it. So you can see Ross's score, 12,672,000. Bobby Saylor is up right now on ball 2. Oh, I got to add that here.
Yep. Bobby has locked 2 balls for Groot. He's on ball 2 right now. He's sitting at about 2 million and decided to start out with Pod Chase, which is interesting. Definitely is a fair mode if you can pretty much open up all the shots. And that is his Groot luck, but looks like he's about ready to rock for Groot, which, if the Groot goes well, means he'll be moving on to Motordome, and we'll starting to get some people on Walking Dead.
That's right.
This Walking Dead today has been a particularly mean game.
The ones around here all seem to be a little bit tweaked for Ultra Evil.
Oh yes. The only saving grace with the Stern games, at least, is the fact that these floors are slippery and there's no pin butts.
That's
so
true.
There's a balance between aggressively sliding a game 4 inches and getting 2 dangers, and slapping a game a little bit hard and getting a tilt.
Yes, and we've seen a lot of that today, where just that one little slap or that one tiny nudge forward seems to be enough to get a tilt when you don't expect that it's going to give you that.
Yes. Yeah, and it's
an art form.
Oh,
it
is.
truly is. And he just got it. He's got the score now.
Yep.
He just got a 12 million point jackpot. So yeah, he can drop right there. He's good to go.
He's going to move over to Motordome, actually.
He's moving to Motordome. You can kind of see the moving pieces here on the browser. Let me repaste in for everybody the spreadsheet link, so you guys can follow along with this spreadsheet at home. We would love for you to do so. There's our chat window. And there you go. As long as you don't mind an ugly-looking Google Doc. Well, the doc's not ugly.
The link is a little ugly, but the doc is beautiful.
The document is well done. Does a good job of explaining kind of how things are going to go.
Yeah.
So that means Bobby is going to now take over the leadoff position, and he will get a full game in on Motordome to try and put up a score that other people are going to have a hard time beating.
All right. So how much do you know about Motordome?
Enough to be dangerous, as in what's on this sheet right here.
Let's see what we got. Yes, there is actually, and there's an interesting thing dropped from this. There's a skill shot in Motordome.
Yes, there is, and not only is there a skill shot in Motordome, there you can choose a skill level.
Yes.
Before your first plunge, and it is very important to choose the right one. Almost everybody here that's gotten a really good score has chosen level 3 because it's a playfield multiplier.
Yes.
The higher the skill level, you get that multiplier, you get a better score right off the bat.
Yes. And the trick is the game will start stacking things against you if you go up in skill level. Level 1, you just get the score straight up, but the ball saves start open. It's really easy to relight them. All your features give you extra million letters. It's really generous.
Yeah.
But the problem is, if you spell million, you get a million. Level 2, the features get harder, so the top lanes don't change. The center targets go in a certain sequence. The ball saves are harder to light, and they don't start lit.
Right.
But if you get to the million, you get 2 million.
Yeah.
Then level
and
3.
On a game like that, 2 million as opposed to 1 million
can
make a dramatic difference.
Dramatic difference. Level 3 is pretty much everything is the same as level 2, except the ball saves are harder to light. And every 30 seconds, the game just steps back the top lanes and the center target's 1 level.
Oh, nice.
So it's like, all right, so you are on the second target. Oh, 30 seconds have passed. You're back to the first one.
Okay, it's good. We're good. Okay. Enjoy and watch pinball.
What?
Enjoy and watch pinball.
Enjoying and watching pinball. No,
Yes.
you're waiting for Walking Dead.
We're waiting for it. Yes, we are.
Yeah.
But Lewis is giving me a tutorial on Motordome as we're talking through Motordome at the same time.
It's going to luckily be the one that I probably win. Because I've been here long enough. I'm like, oh gosh, Motordome.
You might.
Gosh, Motordome.
And that's a cool thing that Level 1's doing, Lewis, you might not know about. For the Silver Ball League, they do every Monday night.
Oh, yes.
Every time you go, you get a raffle ticket. So for over a 2-season period, they take all those raffle tickets, they put them in a bin, and whichever one they draw, if you have that ticket, you win the game. And you get to take it home. So Motordome is going to be, I think, up for raffling.
That's what it says. Win this game.
After
8 days from now, right?
what?
8 days from now, right? Not this Monday, but the next Monday. So I guess that'd be 9 days, including today. Math is hard.
And who knows what's going to be the game after that?
Yeah, we don't know yet.
It's here, but we don't know what it is.
That's true. There's a lot of really, really nice games in here that it could be.
Oh, yes. But yeah, that would be I wouldn't mind getting a few of those tickets myself. I mean, Motordome is a fun game, and I'd like to own one.
Drive up here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's only a 3-hour drive. What the heck?
3 hours one way, 3 hours the other. I'll be making it soon enough, man. Replay FX is coming real fast.
July 26th through the 29th. Pinburg is the 26th through the 28th. The Intergalactic Friday and Saturday qualifying hours this year.
Yes.
Sunday finals. The Intergalactic's the second biggest tournament, limited herb format. Pinburg is the granddaddy of them all. 840 players go in. One player comes out a champion.
Yep. $100,000 worth of cash going to
Yes.
all of the particular winners across the different divisions.
And
So,
not to
big bucks, no
mention,
whammies.
the largest cash payout in a women's tournament for the women's international pinball tournament on Sunday.
Oh, absolutely.
$5,000. Winner actually gets Keith Elwin's signed personal Iron Maiden Pro.
Holy crap, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Learning new things about
He's
this all the
actually
time.
offered up his personal Iron Maiden. Will sign the game for you, and you get to take it home if you win the WIPT.
That is very cool. And
Yeah,
that's gonna
be an exciting time.
And
Huge pot.
In the 2 minutes that you're not playing all the pinball, I will be living over in the console section doing all kinds of tournaments over there. So.
Oh, yes. You do amazing console tournaments. I remember last year, it was Sunday, and I think I was just chilling out watching like Tekken and Puyo Puyo Tetris, and it was a beautiful time.
And props to the guys at Looking for Group. They also run a lot of tournaments in the PC and the newer game stretches there. I think they were running the Puyo Puyo Tetris, and they're going to be working with us again this year, too. So I'm excited to see what all of us can put together. Microsoft's going to be coming, too. Microsoft store in Pittsburgh is going to be sponsoring 4 events over the course of the 4 days.
No way.
Yeah. So they're going to bring some Xbox Ones, hopefully some Xbox One X. I want to bring the good stuff.
Ooh, that's fancy.
Might as well bring the good stuff. I mean, Replay FX is the big show. You might as well.
Yep. It looks like we are through 3 players on Guardians of the Galaxy other than Ross.
Yes.
Ross is still the low score. Motordome, the low score right now is 1.4 million. Or 1.3 million, sorry. I'm just trying to find the Google Doc link right now. If you want to bump that to me quick over like Messenger or something. I haven't checked the Twitch stream.
Hey, Laura, how you doing? Yeah, there is a match play for the divisions. I will get you that link so you can look at what was going on. The link I will have. Now, we've already done all the qualifying, but you can absolutely go back and review it. And we'll put something up later that goes over all of the different things. If you want to jump into the Twitch chat right now for Level 1 Bar, I will repost that document link for you.
Okay. The Twitch is Level 1 Bar. Got it.
Yes, Level 1 Bar. It's just all spelled out.
Yep.
Yeah, so
give me
that's
2
all done.
seconds.
We had a bunch of qualifiers as well, so that got a little challenging at the end there, but we'll do what we can to make it work for you.
Yep.
And as soon as looks like Ryan is done on Motordrome.
Yep, he is the low score now, so Bobby will go ahead and get his rocket off on Walking Dead.
All right. And we are ready to start showing you some action.
Some great, sweet pinball action.
All right. Wait a minute. Hey, we got a camera locked up. We got to fix that.
Uh-oh.
We got a score cam that's not showing a score cam.
Well, in the meantime, we could at least watch this. Oh, hello. That magnet got a little nicer over the course of the day. I'll tell you what. The prison magnet, that thing has been sending a lot of balls straight down the middle, but now it's kind of thrown into the tip of the right flipper. You actually get to play a little bit.
The prison mode seems to be where almost every player seems to start mode-wise in Walking Dead at this point.
Yeah, they don't have the tournament settings on this, so you can actually start modes while you're in multi-ball.
Okay.
So a safe thing you could do is you can go to prison, like maybe play your first mode out like he's doing, go to prison, get your next mode started, and hey, when you light your next mode, if you play it right, you're one set from Bloodbath.
There you go.
And Bloodbath is a great multi-ball. Beautiful little nudge there.
Trying to think of an easy way to send myself the link because I don't have Facebook installed on the computer here. We have 7 things to send each other links, and none of them work.
Well, I got the link for the Twitch chat, so
Nice,
or for the
very
Twitch.
nice. Okay. And I am sending it right about now. So
There we go.
hopefully be there for $4 million on that. That's a nice.
Yeah,
looking
he's
number.
working a nice job on this barn here. Sitting at 21 million right now. It's a solid score for Walking Dead here.
I mean, I would even think 21 million, now 26 million.
Oh yeah.
You're looking pretty safe at 26 mil.
Oh yeah. No, you're gonna still play this out because
Oh,
heaven
yeah.
forbid everybody behind you in line is chomping at the teeth to take you out. But
Well, and it's
that's
momentum
a
too.
fair. That's
You
a
know, if he keeps playing as well as he's playing right now, he's going to be leading off every single game.
Yup.
And so the more momentum he gets, the more pinball he's going to play, good things are going to happen.
Exactly.
That's what we're looking for here.
Yeah, and he is got his second set of drops down. He's still got 20 seconds of barn, and there's 7 million.
Jeez.
He is going to town on that loop.
He's doing something not a lot of people get to do to Walking Dead, and it's
That's get to play it.
making it his. 39 million point barn mode.
Yup.
Great job by him. Hey, you come back here, focus.
There we
There
go.
we go. I threatened to go into the settings. Apparently that was enough to make it turn around.
Ah, duly noted. It looks like he's going to go ahead and get his first aid ready to go. It looks like he might be eyeing up Bloodbath.
It's looking like here.
It's a nice little back. Oh,
Not
and he
quite
gets that
up.
catch.
How is the game 2 order determined? Basically, it's determined by how quickly people make it through the previous game. So we'll go back and take a look at as soon as ball 2's over for him, we'll look at the spreadsheet and we'll show you here.
Yeah, it's the tournament directors actually set up the bank of 7 games, and we're just playing them from left to right.
Yep. But obviously, while it
Ooh.
seems intuitive that the order would stay the same,
Yeah.
it all depends on when you move through.
Yes.
So, like, for example, here, Bobby was able to put up a score in Motordome. Ryan immediately had a score that was lower.
Yep.
So as a result of that, Ryan and now Stuart is going to be stuck on Motordome because he only scored 282,000 points. That means Ryan is going to be freed up. He will be able to go next
On Walking
that.
Dead.
And speaking of Guardians of the Galaxy, all the way back here, Ross only had a 12 million point score. He's got to wait until someone cannot beat that score. Until then, he's stuck. So as a result of that, it looks like Roberts beat the score. There's only 2 more people that have to play that before
Ross becomes our 8th place B division finalist.
That's right.
And Robert does the quick thing and rattles out 3 balls on Guardians of the Galaxy. To be fair, the first one was a multi-ball, so it's like either you're going to have to wait for that ball save or you're just going to rattle the game.
That's taking out a little bit of 7 hours worth of pinball aggression.
I'd say so.
In a safe, acceptable way.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely.
It definitely wasn't like he was tossing the game around. He just gave it a little bit of a wiggle just to get that to end.
Absolutely.
Looks like Holly's going to pass through on Motordome, and we have our first score on Walking Dead.
51,716,000. That is an excellent, excellent score. I think it is pretty safe to say someone is going to come in lower than that.
Oh, definitely.
Within the 6 players that we're going to be watching. I would be shocked if that wasn't the case.
Yeah, Ryan's gone ahead and jumped into his game, it looks like.
He has?
Yes, he has. He's gone right in.
See if he's able to replicate the barn mode that we just saw here.
Yeah.
He even bid 51 million. God love him. He's earned it.
I mean, there's a lot of good things you could do here. CDC by itself is a good mode. If you can get Tunnel or Riot with a prison multi-ball, that's great. Arena, if you're dialed onto that right ramp, is huge on this game.
Definitely.
That's a mode that rewards you for comboing and then penalizes you for missing.
And so if you're feeling that ramp and you can combo it all day,
Yup.
do it.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
that mode, make it happen.
Yeah, and maybe if we get to see some woof.
While
That
we're
one
waiting
dug
on
under the
that,
flipper.
It looks like Ken has gotten the score.
Yep.
So we are down to one player left that has to play Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep.
And obviously that's an interesting thing about the format too is it can go from slogging along in a certain game if there's really high scores to going really quickly if someone puts up a low score.
Yeah, it's we've seen pretty much the strategy on Guardians be split between Yaka Arrow and even because the score is low enough, going right for Quill's Quest, which usually I would never recommend taking that 2-ball multi-ball first. Let the game play out for a little bit and assess later, but if you're trying to go for 12 million, that's not a terrible way to start.
No, it's really not. And we saw a lot of people when we were doing the women's tournament yesterday, a lot of people went that route.
Yeah.
Just to do Quill's Quest, just saying, just get me the points I need because I don't need a ton of them.
Exactly.
You know, your standard strategies can kind of go out the window and you can just play for, you're playing for a number.
Yes. All right.
So, I mean, I almost view it like a golf thing where instead of playing, you're playing the table, but you're also playing the field as a whole.
Yes.
And you can base your actions based on what you have to get, say, to make the cut.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Unfortunately for our friend here, that was a quick drain out of Riot. So he's sitting on ball 3, 11 million right now.
Still not
he's got 3 shots to prison. He still has his ball save. I'd say probably right now, if I were to sit up at this table, first thing I'm going to do, and actually something I did have to try to do in round 10, is go for prison.
Yeah.
Get prison started, get the multi-ball, and then go for the drop targets and get a new mode going.
And it looks like he's got the multi-ball going now. So now an ideal chance to bring some jackpots up. Extra ball lit.
That's 2.5 right there, so it's not bad. It's definitely not going to settle the score for him, but I'll take another million bit, another 500,000 bit. That's not some bad scoring right there.
Especially
right if you get those balls back.
Exactly, because it's still early in the multi-ball. He's getting everything back.
Yeah.
All of those drains just feed into continuing to have a 3-ball multi-ball.
Oh, yeah.
So now suddenly just like that up to 18 million. And really, with how high that first game was at 51 mil, even if he's got to sit for maybe a player or two, you know, if you're putting up a big score, you know, he might have to sit for a player or two, but he might also not have to be super stressed out about it either.
Oh, yeah.
30, I have a strong feeling the final lowest score is going to come in under 22 million.
Stick around so we can hand out all of the prizes.
Bicycle Girl is lit. If he gets that first shot down, he could definitely put some damage on that score. Could be a fair 10 million right there.
Yep. And to give everybody an update, by the way,
looks like Ross is getting bounced as the
Ross.
8th.
Yes, Ross will be the 8th place player. Everybody has survived. EG is running. Yep, Bicycle Girl is running.
Yep. There we go. He'll shoot it if he could shoot it. Oh, and there's an out lane. If he could have got that going, he had the 3x slip. That could have been a nice 5.5, 6 million right there on one shot. Especially when you don't have any modes running. That's a significant amount of points for a shot on Walking Dead. All right. Looks like 280 is still the low score to play on Motordome.
Yep.
And the gauntlet's been passed. It's now 33-11 as the low score on The Walking Dead.
So that 30 million score, not bad. Still very, very good chance that is not going to be the lowest score. Let's take a look at our scoreboard here. And actually, we've only got one player left to play, unless Eric just did.
Looks like it was Ken. Eric just finished up on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes. So I think he is draining out to get a fresh game going on Motordome.
Yep.
So that would leave Stuart Niswanger quite possibly in the position of being our 7th place B Division player, depending on what happens here. And we'll see. We'll take a look and see if Eric is smart and goes level 3. Because even that first plunge on a level 3 ball, if you get your shots right, you're getting a couple 100,000 points.
Yeah, you're on the plunge. You're getting 150 as for a level 3 skill shot.
Exactly. What?
And Holly's stepping up. Ball 2, and a little bit of an unfortunate time on ball 1, but she has the prison ready to get started, and having that in ball save is immensely useful, especially on a game like this where it likes to throw it in a terrible direction. There we go.
Yeah, that's a good question. Is there a reason not to pick level 3 in Motordome?
The reason not to pick level 3 is, first of all, level 3 likes to rewind your top lanes and rewind your targets. So if you're not focusing on top lanes or targets and you're trying to like play the field, then it's going to kind of hamper your progress. Also, the drop target to go to the upper level of the playfield will actually reset after about 20 seconds on level 3. The other 2 levels, all you got to do is drop it once and you're ready to go.
Gotcha.
So that adds another risky shot or two, and Holly is going to take a quick exit here at...
That was ball 3. It looks like about 11.7 million if I saw that before it went off the screen. Yeah,
11-3? So that's the new score on Walking Dead. The gauntlet has been set again.
So Robert Gaines will now step up on there and see if he can beat 11 mil.
Yep.
We can confirm Stort is going to be our 7th place player. He is out at Motordome at 282,970.
Yep. So back to our...
We might start to see some getaway action pretty soon here, too.
Oh, definitely. Just a few more seconds on Motordome. One more thing with level 3. The outlane ball saves on that. So everybody knows Iron Maiden, you shoot the spinner and it lights the revives. Well, this game did it first.
Yes.
There is a spinner with a saucer, and if you hit it a certain number of times, it lights a revive. Or I guess an outlane ball save.
Yes.
On level 3, you have to spin it 27 times as opposed to 18 on level 2, which usually means you're taking 2 trips.
Makes sense.
And if the game is set up so that it resets every time you hit it, then you basically don't get a ball save.
And you won't get a ball save.
Yeah.
So it sounds like level 2 is expert mode, but you can take your time.
Yes.
Where level 3 is expert mode and you can't miss.
Yes. The game is much more punishing on level 3, but at the end of the day, if nobody's getting the million, the level 3 is actually probably the best strategy. And on a game like this where your spinner is your spinner saucer is threatening the center, it may not be a good idea to even go for a ball save anyways.
That's true. Let's see what Robert's got going on here. Running the prison mode, about 4.5 mil through ball 1. That's on pace.
Yeah, he's definitely shot himself a lot of walkers. He's got 4 shots to start prison right now. That'll spot 1, that'll spot 2. Now he just needs to double tap the prison.
By the way, if we haven't told you, congratulations on your qualifying for A Division tomorrow.
Oh, thank you.
Excited to see all of that action tomorrow start to take fold. I mean, if today was any indication, we're going to see some seriously high scores. That
definitely.
Have to catch up to.
Yeah, I took about 18, 19 million on this in my final round to try to fight for a bye. Unfortunately, the other scores in my group were like 70 million, 40 million, and 30. And he's going to go ahead and give us a courteous tilt because he's in a multi-ball. He's safe. He's good to go.
I love the courtesy tilt. That might be my new favorite term of the night, the courtesy tilt.
The courtesy tilt, yes. You're in a multi-ball. The ball save's running. You want to get this game done and you want to get to the next player, you rattle it.
Yes, you do.
Rattle it lightly. Rattle it lightly.
I think Evan, I invented the term last week for Evan, the untilt.
Untilt.
Because he counter-nudged in a way that took an almost certain tilt and turned it into not.
Ha!
So I think it should be called the untilt.
The untilt.
Yeah.
Yeah. You untilted something.
That's right. You earned your way out of a tilt.
And a match on a free play Walking Dead. You don't get any free credits for that one.
No, you don't. All right, so
Robert is stepping up to Walking Dead, still looking for his 11.3 million.
Ken's got it.
Oh, Ken is. Sorry. Ken is walking up to Walking Dead with 11.3 in his sights.
While we are waiting on that, by the way, Mousing Around has a score. Bobby has put up 1.8 million, so that's a pretty decent score on that machine. Looks like Ryan is playing it right now, and Robert is on deck.
Yeah, it looks like, let me peek around here for a second.
We should be seeing Star
Ryan
Wars
is
Car
sitting
Action
on 1.2 million right now, ball 3.
first. Okay.
Head now.
Okay.
I will be with you all day tomorrow.
Good. Hey. Got it. Let's do it. All right. I'll see you then. Get some rest.
What time are you getting here?
In time.
What?
In time.
Shout outs to our commentators for tomorrow for committing to 24 games of pinball. I remember doing the 2017 Papa Circuit finals whole way through from the beginning of the ladder to the end.
Oh, wow.
Raymond Davidson and I just sat in the booth and went to town.
Hey, that's the way to do it. Just sit back, get comfortable. I mean, I'm on day 2 at this point. Last night wasn't bad, but it's been wire to wire today, and I've been loving every bit of it.
Oh, thank you again. I can't say anything more because I've done these long format streams and they are grueling. Speaking of grueling, we've got ourselves.
It's a reminder of when you see streamers who are online 12 hours a day sometimes.
Oh yeah,
They're trying to be entertaining, trying to keep your interest. It's hard work.
Oh my goodness, it is.
Don't ever sell it short.
I mean, they are having fun, but it is a lot of work to have that fun. And it looks like we're going to go ahead and mark Ken safe on Walking Dead.
He is over 12.
Ryan has marked 1.57 million on Mousing Around. Close, but no cigar.
Yep.
So that means Bobby is going to go ahead and move down to Star Wars.
It's working okay? If you want to show the tab for tomorrow at some point, I got it all set up.
Okay. Yeah, we'll show that we can put a tab up for the A finals here very, very shortly. We'll do that once we're done. You can kind of get an idea of how the seating's going to shake out for everybody and see the order of how everybody's going to play. But based on that, yep, Eric is now the last person who's going to be playing Walking Dead. And hopefully by the time he comes up, we're going to be getting pretty close to a getaway game.
Oh, we should be quite close.
Yes.
Eric's going to be playing Walking Dead. Bobby, once he finishes on Star Wars and twiddles his thumbs for a few seconds,
Someone
we'll
will be
get
playing
somebody
getaway.
from Mousing Around. And it looks like right now Robert's gone ahead and taken the trap lane strategy. He is jamming away at the trap lane, and he's going to go ahead and move on to Star Wars behind Bobby. Ryan's still sitting in the clubhouse with the 1.57 million.
And now it's getting tight. Now we're getting down to just
Yep.
a few players, so not even a really good score can feel safe because there may just not be that many people behind you.
Exactly. Eric here gets a rough out lane from the drop targets. Gets a drop target bounce off the sling, and that is a common drain for the day. He hasn't started his prison progression yet, so looks like he may be going towards modes from what it looks like.
And this is the advantage of him, I guess in this case, not being the being the person who was eliminated from the A Division tiebreaker. Oh, man.
That was a wicked Lazarus. I think he helped it a little bit with the flippers, but that was wicked.
That was nice.
I mean,
but here's his advantage as the top seed here in B. Everyone before him has already played. He's going to go up to every single machine knowing do or die. I got to score this, I move on. I don't score it, I lose. So there is no uncertainty. There's no waiting around for him. It's just play and go.
Yep, he has started his Well Walker progression, so he's got 5 shots to a multi-ball right now.
There's 2-way combo sitting at 4 mil.
Yep, he's most likely got 2 of those drop targets down. Oh, and that's some slinging to the drain.
All right, this is going to be fun. Needs about 6.5 million to be safe here.
Yes. He doesn't get his skill shot. The game kind of rips him on that one. It looks like he might be actually looking for the extra ball.
That's 2.5
There's
mil.
definitely
That
some
gets him a
flips
long
of
way.
passion in there, too. Keep an eye out for that tilt bob. It definitely seems like either this is a standard Eric play or there's a little bit of nerves going on right now.
And you know what?
And
man, he's out.
Out of here.
We've talked a lot, too, the past couple days about things like, tilt strategy. You
Yeah.
know, when is it best to just say screw it
Uh-huh.
and take a danger, go for a tilt if you have to?
Yeah.
That probably would have been one of those times where
Oh, yeah, no, it's do or die at that
you're
point.
telling them at that point, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it happened.
All right, so Robert is the third in line, or the next in line on Star Wars Pro.
Yep.
Ken takes a
And actually,
soul-crushing
that means-
271,000 on mousing around.
Yes, and that actually allows Holly to get back, and now Holly is in that elimination position. She's got to get over 271,000. Ken had a tough run.
Yeah, that
of
is.
mousing around. So
That was a game that crushed my soul in a round. Got everything. I had 2 house balls, got everything going on ball 3, and I got a little happy with the flipper. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm feeling it. I was flipping a little bit too hard and tilted. That was painful. All right, I'm just going to step out for 2 seconds. Let's see what's going on over at Star Wars right now. I think we got ourselves a nice game from Bobby.
he's been playing for quite a while. So big thanks to Lewis Bevins. He is one of the experts on pinball rules that we know. It is great to have him in the booth with.
Bobby is sitting at about 405 million right now, and Holly is on ball 2 of mousing around, sitting at 150, 160,000.
Doesn't need more, just about 100,000 away.
Yep, that's going to be a drain, and the drain's worth. She may be able. Actually, she'll just chip this out in bonus no matter what. She just has to make sure she doesn't tilt.
That's right, because she'll get that same 74,000 bonus that she just got on this ball, and that should be enough.
Yep.
I assume she will play it out just for
Oh, you play it out to make
for confidence. Yes.
less for confidence and more for if the game does something really weird,
Yeah.
it may just hand you a a ticket to the door.
Uh-huh.
There are sad stories out there
And
of people
there it is right there.
who didn't get their bonus and trusted a game to give them bonus and didn't get it.
Yeah.
Fishtails, big example of that.
We had we had a fishtail game earlier where it didn't seem like it wanted to give the bonus properly for some reason.
That's just a common bug in that game. You
Okay.
may not get your bonus. You could have 20 million and the game will just say, what 20 million?
Well, and not only on that game did it not give 20 million, it didn't give 20 million, and it didn't give the bonus held 20 million. It was a double whammy.
That's a double whammy.
Now, the good news is he was in first place anyways, the person, and they stayed in first place. It did not end up affecting the competition. But I looked at that cross-eyed a couple times like, that should not... Why didn't he get his points?
Yep. So Bobby has stepped into the clubhouse on Star Wars with 471 million.
And Ken has indeed been eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
Our fifth place finisher in B division with 271,570 points. And so now we wait.
Yes, we've
to
got.
see what Robert does. Now, Robert has told me on many occasions he is not a big fan of the newer Stern games. They don't suit his play style. He's very much a kind of an 80s, early 90s and earlier player. Loves classics. Loves those Williams machines from the 80s. That's what he grew up on.
Yep.
So this is not in his wheelhouse. So he's got some work ahead of him to really put up a good score here. He's absolutely capable of doing it, but by his own admission, this is not his favorite machine.
Star Wars, I know it's very polarizing. A lot of players are either, yeah, I love Star Wars. I'll play all the Star Wars, or I don't really like this game. It's too complicated, or it's just they didn't do a good job, or like something.
Yeah.
A lot of the newer Sterns, especially Star Wars, are complicated games, and there's definitely been
They're very mode and combo dependent.
yes. Star Wars less so on the combos, but more so on being able to manage an action button, and that is when you learn how to do that, it's a fun thing to be able to do. Like shoot a ramp, hit the button, mash the flipper a few times, and hit it again before you shoot the next shot in your combo.
Yep.
But I know it's definitely not something that everybody agrees with me on.
Right. I mean, it's a game I've struggled with learning, I think, because of that, because I'm not necessarily a precision player. And games like that require you to have a lot of precision to put 2 and 3 shots together. Where a lot of the older games, I think, were they were challenging, but they were also a little bit more forgiving.
Yes.
in that sense. This game, and if you put your shots together just right, you can come up with amazing scores.
Oh, yes.
But you can also play it for 10 minutes and have 100 million points and be like, what happened?
And speaking of being disheartened, I saw Robert drain his ball too, and I think he said some words I probably shouldn't repeat on stream under his breath. To be fair, I think a lot of us have been repeating words we shouldn't be saying on stream under our breaths today when
Right.
something's happened, but
I believe it went something like.
Fleetle Deedle Razzmatazz?
Exactly. Getaway is what's going to be coming up. So I think
we're
Robert-
actually going to have Bobby stepping on up to Getaway in a few seconds here.
The other one was Walking Dead, and we have already passed through Walking Dead.
Yes.
So we are all Getaway all the time until we get to a final 2 for AC/DC here. Show that scoreboard again one more time so you can see what Robert got.
127, not bad on Star Wars.
Certainly a workable score.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll see if Ryan and Holly can beat that. We're certainly in a wheelhouse around here for Stern Machines, with Trent being the distributor just up the street almost. I mean, look, if the place has pinball, it's going to have modern Sterns in it around here.
And
I don't think Trent would have it any other way.
And I could, I will personally thank him if I do well tomorrow. Modern Sterns are definitely some of my favorite games. I mean, I like all games, but there's just something with Modern Sterns and me that
it fits.
It fits.
Yeah. And in my opinion, they have gotten from when they started doing the really modern stuff, like Aerosmith, like Batman 66. They've gotten so much better, not only in their graphics but also in their scoring.
Oh, yes.
It's a marked difference between how it started with those games and how it is right now.
I mean, look at Aerosmith and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
They're practically the same game, and Guardians found a way to make that whole format look fun.
It did.
And then Keith Elwin steps in for Iron Maiden and essentially makes one of the most balanced games of the modern era.
He has. Not a bad first ball there by Bobby. Got a lot of what I would call the standard points that you're going to get on a first ball. He got his supercharger. He got his 5 million burn rubber.
He got his RPMs up to third gear. He's got a locklet.
And 20 million on this game, to me, has always felt like a score where you can get bottlenecked. Once you get all those points, then you've got to start going for a few things that you've got to set up that may not give you instantaneous points, but if you can unlock them, you're great. And the next one probably would be video mode if you can get to fourth gear.
Yes, video mode or shooting, or you could also be shooting burn rubber and supercharger to try to work towards multi-ball.
Yes.
Because both the supercharger and the burn rubber, when lit or not, will spot one of your stoplights for the locks.
Nice.
So that's a common way you'll see people.
Ooh, toughness.
No intentional plunging on Getaway. The ball save is actually too short to be able to do that reliably. You may be able to get one.
Yeah, I mean, you saw how quickly
that ball save is much faster than your average Getaway. I actually tried that in practice this morning just to see, okay, can I go ahead and just let balls drain? I got one via fortuitous bounce. I tried for the second, and it was like, oh, there's no more ball save. And I tried on the next ball, and it like rattled off the slings, and I didn't even get a chance to try to drain a ball.
Oh, man. That was going to be a drain whether you wanted to be an intentional drain or not.
Oh, yes, and I got control of it, but it was... I didn't get to have a second plunge for the free RPMs. And that is a beautiful kickback into video mode. Let's see how good his line weaving skills are here.
That shot has been quite reliable, and he went all the way to fifth right away, so he's not messing around.
When you start this video mode, before your car even moves, you can change the gear while it's going, hey, shift, or hey, I'm going to start driving soon. And that actually gives you more points.
Yeah. 27 million there, so that's the other big play. He's got 52. Let's see if we can get a multi-ball to add some more points to this. This has been a solid game so far.
One more tunnel, one more supercharger, and he'll have his third locklet as well as his second. He'll take his second, get a few RPMs. He's even closing in on supercharger.
Yep. And this machine, in watching it play today and also play yesterday, the shots seem to ring very true on this. The kickback is very faithful about going into the burn rubber. Everything seems to work in a fashion where you can trust if you hit a good shot, you're going to get a good result.
Yep.
This getaway is playing really nicely. And
All right.
54 million is a sensational score.
So our Star Wars foray is done. Holly is eliminated as our 4th place player at 11.3 million on Star Wars.
She had a tough go on that.
Oh yeah, I was kind of delving into our getaway game, so I didn't really get to see too much about Star Wars.
It is our feature game right now, so we absolutely should talk about it. So Ryan and Robert, they are the 2 left. One of them, in theory, both of them could move on. Maybe not. Maybe we can look at Walking Dead scores.
Yeah,
Maybe not.
we can look at the beautiful flashing playfield of Walking Dead while we got a few seconds.
There's being an IT guy, there is a Reddit thread out there called Blinken Lights.
Blinken Lights.
Blinken Lights, like German spelled Blinken.
Yeah.
All it is pictures of data centers with all those green and orange lights on it.
Oh, wow.
It's beautiful.
I can imagine. All right. Ryan is...
Very much my world.
Ryan is going to take a few seconds here before he steps up to the plate.
Yep. All right. He knows the score he's got to get, 52. We've seen the route to get there.
Yeah,
The question is, can he enhance it with the multi-ball? Can he get the shots he needs?
He's not getting that back.
Oh,
This game does not register your ball drain until it hits the trough. That is, as much as we can bag about modern Sterns, they know when that outlane switch is hit, that ball is going to drain.
Oh, no.
He gets a free ride.
He did get the free ride that time.
Yeah, he'll get his
ball
millions.
That first ball had such a high bounce off the bumper that I don't think there was anything he could do. It was going to run out of ball.
And he's getting that peep, peep, peep from the game. He has not shifted his gear yet.
No, he hasn't. Right now, he's just got to take a deep breath and try to put up a decent score.
Yep.
He might not get to 53, but at this point,
any
get something.
port in a storm, I would like to say. So he's got his gear 2 ready, but he's got to actually hit the plunger.
He hasn't shifted yet.
He hasn't shifted.
I hope he knows to shift. He's making his side shot beautifully.
Oh yeah. Now this game will yell at you until you actually shift. So all right, he'll get his 5 million, but no.
No, he didn't.
It didn't end in the 5 million. It just rolled right through.
Come on, Ryan, shift.
Shift. Shift gears.
That's right.
Game even gets a little mean at you. Shift gears.
Got a supercharger boost.
Yep.
So there's his 3 million off.
And that'll get him his lock lit too.
Oh.
Ooh.
That I think he knows that game just was not meant to be for him.
Nope.
A little bit of bad luck, a little bit of unfortunate on the ball save.
Yep.
Just there's not much. There's some you can do about that, but I don't think there's 40 million he can do about it.
Oh no. There was definitely a little bit of gear shifting to maybe get some RPMs going, but other than that, that was just getaway playing the player.
Pretty much.
13,423 is the score in the clubhouse. And that means Bobby will get to go on to the final battle at AC/DC.
And he is going to go ahead and get started. The way we're going to do this, we're not going to wait for a 2-player game. We're going to let Bobby put up a score right away so that pressure that comes with the shift will continue with it all the way down to just 2 players.
Shout-outs to Robert. He pops his gear shifter as the ball drains. I think he was trying to trap up first before he hit it.
I mean, this is the point now where it's like he can have a real... Oh, man.
And that's going to count bonus.
He's got a goal here.
Yeah.
5 million for burn rubber, 3 million for his supercharger. He passes. That's what he's got to do. He's got to focus on...
Oh, no. That's a free ride.
He got a free ride. He got it. He saw it, yes. As we all freak out at the exact same time in tandem.
Well, he taps it. He's going to get a 3 million, 3 million on the supercharger. That's going to pay the 5, and that's going to put him through to the final 2.
Wow, what drama with that.
That is some drama. that is some getaway fuel drama right there.
Gets the free ride. barely catches it on the back end.
Yeah.
And makes
you
the
don't
shots
you don't
he
leave the
needs.
game until that bonus starts counting like that.
Yeah, and it's understandable why he would take a step or two back.
Oh, yeah.
The machine was working him just like it was working Ryan.
Yeah, I have
Woozy woo.
woozy woo indeedsy.
Indeedsy.
Bobby's going to move on down to our final game, AC/DC.
So, Lewis, what about Bob?
What about Bob?
What about Bob? Because Bob could win or Bob could win.
I think I could say with a high degree of certainty that Bob is going to win.
Bob's going to win.
Bob's going to win. Yeah, Bob I think is going to win. Evan over there giving us the nod of confirmation saying, yep, Bob wins. Bob's going to win. Good job, Bob.
Just
Round of applause for Bob.
Which one, Bobby Saylor or Robert Gaines? Two very, very talented players.
Yes.
And we're going to follow. We'll follow this one live for you. We'll kind of text the play-by-play through as we go here. Lewis has a good view of the action.
So, what about our two finalists today? What can you tell us about them?
Like we said, Robert actually has. We don't have a camera on AC/DC, unfortunately, so we'll walk you through this one. Unless Alex really. We got Alex behind the bar helping about 7 people, so we might have a hard time getting him to move a camera.
Yeah.
Nature of the beast.
Yeah, he's got a few people at the bar. He's jamming out to some Deadmau5 right now.
Yes.
The Velt, great song, but
Robert has really come back into the competitive pinball scene. He played a lot about 15 years ago
Ah.
and has really come back into it in about the last year and a half, and just in that time has already moved himself up to be a top 1,000 player.
nice.
So has won local tournaments, has had really good luck, and has really
Yeah.
focused his attention on
He's in
tournament gameplay, more so even than league play as of late. And it's
Yeah.
showing. He's handling this pressure really, really well.
Yeah.
I don't know as much about Bobby. Do you know much about Bobby? He's not a local player.
I don't know anything about Bobby either. But it looks like Bobby is going to go ahead and take a peep at the card quick.
All
Just
right, we're down to the final 2 players. We're going to see if we can get the camera switch.
We are going to move it. Nice.
all right. Bonus coverage for everybody. We're going to get some cameras on our AC/DC game here. I'm going to step out for 1 second just to grab something quick before we get cozy on this AC/DC.
Sounds
Be back
good,
in a
man.
minute.
You got it. Thank you guys again. We have gotten a couple of hundred views today. We have increased. I want to talk about something very cool here. We have increased the view count for Level 1's stream by 20% today. You guys have been amazing. We've gotten new followers, we've gotten viewers, we've gotten bits and subs. Everything you guys are doing today to support what Level 1 is doing with their streaming efforts has been sensational. And we're going to be back at it again tomorrow. I believe 12:30 is when we're going to be coming on the air. Yeah, probably one of our Cleveland guys. That's true. He is sporting the Cleveland shirt. And by the way, worth mentioning too, the Cleveland show is coming up, I believe, in the next month or so, after Replay FX. I think it's either in August or September. Someone can give me the information there. Laura, we're putting you to work. We're going to have you find out that information for me. September 6th through 9th. See, we got good chatters in here. They come through for me, man. They come through all the time. It's your birthday. Well, happy early birthday, Laura. We're showing you the love there. But yeah, they're moving the cameras over. We're going to change this up to AC/DC L. It is the limited edition AC/DC. So just because it makes the title longer, we'll call it that. As they work on getting everything moved over here.
That
Eric,
was impressively quick.
Oh, hey, Eric. We've talked about Eric's setup. Eric's got the great rig setup down in Kentucky. I mean,
Oh, he does.
if you want to, have you ever been to his house?
I have never been to Eric's
Make the trip
house.
sometime. It is worth it just to see the cool setup.
Yeah, I've
And here we go. Bobby from Cleveland plays a lot of Kid Force collectibles. Great player who can dig deep and give some of the best a run. And so we've got two very, very solid players here for sure. Let's see if I can zoom out on that playfield just a little bit.
So one really, there we go. Bobby is from Cleveland. He's a Kid Force local, so he's a patron of the Don Johnson.
Yes.
Great guy. He could dig deep and give some of the best a run, and I think anybody here could do that. There's been some really hard-playing
Very
games
true.
today, and there's been a lot of hard-playing players. I mean, if you're looking at it, like, the top 5 players IFBA ranked,
That poor camera's not even
nobody
moving on me,
ran
so-
away with like a free 30. No, everybody had to fight hard for their points.
Eric. Eric. You can move that playfield up just a little bit.
Okay.
All right, that's it.
Yep.
Yeah, Eric Wernberger, one of the other best tech guys that I know around here for pinball. So,
Oh, yeah.
you know, you can follow him on Twitch. He is on at Chuck Wirt. He also has the straight down the middle pinball channel, SDTM Pinball. Make sure to give those channels a follow.
Yeah. Yeah, Chuck Work, great guy. Great forum presence. I know he talks a lot on Tilt forums.
He
and
does.
It's always entertaining.
Place is cool, man. In Northern Kentucky is my old stomping grounds. That's where
I see.
where I grew up. So it's fun going down there for me just because I'm a nostalgia nerd in a big way. So it's
Yeah.
fun driving on those old country roads again. Yeah, they're gonna see it. They're about 10 seconds behind us, so they're working on.
So they're doing that. I know when you guys were showing Monopoly a little earlier, I know I gave the game a little push. I pushed it back. I'm like, did I? Is this back under the camera? Okay, we're good. We can party.
Yeah, you're close enough.
Yeah, I got it back in place.
You did, yeah.
It was
I think
good.
we got enough of the playfield here to give you
Yeah.
guys a good idea what's going on. I am totally happy with it.
Yeah, I think we got a little bit of a blinky arrow, but we got a little bit of a missing of the.
Apple, look at that, 100 bits. This has been some fantastic tournament coverage, great commentary. Thank you for the kind words.
Oh, yes.
And thank you for supporting Level 1 Bar with another 100 bits. That's going to the tech cam. We're gonna get done with this. We're gonna show DJ over here all the bits and all the subs.
Beautiful.
We're gonna be like 10% of the way to a GoPro just by that. So
Boom.
Sailor. Woo!
you guys are getting us our GoPro helmet, baby.
GoPro
Tech
helmet.
cam is coming.
Head cam.
We're gonna do a tech cam.
Oh, tech cam. Okay.
So
Just like
if there's
pop it
machine
on a tech's
broken,
head. And,
Pop it on a tech's
Oh,
head.
that's
let
gonna
him
be
go in.
awesome.
I know. It is the great idea that has
All
come out
right.
of our work today.
So,
If we do nothing else,
yeah.
and we just bomb everything else, at
Yep.
least we made that happen.
Yes. So it looks like Bobby's going to go for the classic rock and roll train. There is one thing to note about this game. If you notice the lower playfield, you can see a ball sticking out right now.
Yeah, where's it at?
It's right between the flippers, that ball sticking out.
Oh, interesting.
So that is actually a second ball in the lower playfield.
Yes, it is.
When you go to the lower playfield, you get a 2-ball multi-ball down there.
Interesting. So I wonder who the first person to see that and choose the right mode to make that happen.
Yeah, it's
it's an even race.
Oh,
we
yeah.
started the game like this, so no shenanigans. It's just whoever sees that first and is adept to choose the right mode to make it happen.
Yes, it's still there's a lot of other
tough
viable
grade.
modes. I've played this AC/DC a handful of times, and I've done well with Let There Be Rock. I've done well with Rock and Roll Train. A whole lot of Rosie. It definitely gives the lower playfield a little bit of balance.
We'll go. Okay.
So he's stepping up to his ball 2, 1 ramp away from starting jam. So if he can, no, he gets that back. If he could pop that and pop the right.
Is this your preferred mode to start on when you play ACDC?
Yes, this is if I'm in a tournament. If I'm playing a match play tournament, or if I'm playing for a match play score, this is the mode I usually go for. Rock and Roll Train. You can ramp out, especially if you're dialed into the ramps. You can put up huge scores just by going for jam multi-ball all day.
He's got it and didn't give it to him.
No,
Thought had that lined up.
he shot the right above the lightning bolt there.
Yeah. But he does have his multi-ball going. Let's
Yep.
see if he can turn this into some points.
Looks like he's got
It's going to be
Yeah,
just over 10.
He's got 4 shots left, 3 shots for his out of ball. He needs to shoot both orbits, and he needs to shoot that left ramp.
Both balls under control here, so if he can line these up nicely, good things can happen.
Yep. So if he's got both of his skill shots now, as long as he's got a VIP pass in hand, he'll have an out of ball whenever he wants it. So he's just going to wail away at the bell for a few shots there because he knows they're safe.
Yeah, I mean, he can take the risk of it going down the middle, knowing one button push,
Yep.
he's got his ball back. And it looks like he might have forgotten the out-of-ball
Yeah.
or hit it.
Ooh,
But a double drain.
triple drain.
Triple, wow.
3 balls to the out lane. That's brutal.
Good
He will plunge
bonus.
$1 million, though. So
23 million right now.
Yep.
That's a solid score.
yeah, he will plunge $1 million, and we could see if he decides to change to any other strategy right now.
Yeah.
He's pretty much not going anywhere anytime soon with multi-balls, but with this AC/DC, you could definitely grind something out.
See what he decides to do, which one he goes for.
War Machine, okay. They've hit it in the recent code. It's still a decent mode, but there's definitely they definitely made the other loop modes viable to kind of balance it out. There we go. He drops his guitars. Drops some more guitars. Nice catch. Gets it under control. Drops some more guitars. That's pretty much all you're doing is just shooting loops and dropping guitars.
And
Once
it
you get into
worked.
multi-ball, you can shoot every other shot.
Another 3 million points on that mode,
Mm-hmm.
just kind of working his way up.
There we go. He's taking a few ramps. He's got one more loop after this one. And he'll have
We
his-
love your comment there. That's awesome.
Yep.
You are so like me. Get behind the computer. It's like, I got all these great things I'm going to get done today.
Nope.
It's like the SpongeBob. 3 hours later, nothing is done.
An eternity later.
That's right.
And he's got his Tor lit, so let's see if he can cash out that Tor. Hold that flipper up. These JCS pinball part rubbers, they do not move the ball quickly. So you could hold up the flipper on a lot of these games and just have it
Good
come to a...
backhand there too. Laura Banner just learned about the bits. I think she's watching ads for him. Thank you for those 5 bits.
Yep.
Very much appreciated.
All right, so pretty much with this Tor, he is locked, unless he has a superb multi-ball, he is locked out of a song bonus because he's playing War Machine. But right now, his objective is just to shoot some bells. He's 1 button press away from a nice add-a-ball.
And nails it. All scores 2x.
Yep.
Now he can begin to go to town a little bit, get some more points. He's already up to 40 million. This is a...
Oh, yeah.
By the machines that we typically see around here, this is an exemplary score.
Yeah, it's definitely
And
a
remember,
solid score.
He's only got to beat one person. So
He
you put up
mashes
a nice
his
big
button,
score now. You know,
gets all those balls back.
the pressure goes away.
Yep.
You know, now you're just having fun, and every million you put up makes it just that much harder on Robert.
Oh,
Knowing
yeah.
He's got to come up with a great game to win
And we have a huge opportunity here. He's lining up the shot, nails it for
Got it.
15. 65
Great
million.
shot.
He loses the multi-ball for it, but at that point, I would pretty much just be saying, worth it.
That is
Worth
that is
it.
the right call. Get the 15 mil.
Get the points.
Put this thing in a position where you're making Robert cringe a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, there's no sense getting fancy thinking about song bonuses. You take the points in this format.
Yes, you do.
Yep.
You
Yeah, he gets it.
want to make Robert be muttering under his breath right now.
Yeah. You want him to be saying unsavory 4-letter words.
Yes, like fark.
And
Drat.
drats, darn, heck,
Ugh.
ugh.
With an extra G.
Oh, we got a 4-letter word
71
even right here. Rock.
That's right.
Tor.
What, the rock?
What the Tor? Yeah, he's actually got a stuck ball up at that right orbit right now. That's a common spot for AC/DCs to get stuck balls. To the side of that axe target, and right near that orbit, there's a gate up there, and it can get parked on that gate.
And normally I would say a pause like this affects the player
Yeah.
more so than it does anybody else. But with the score he's got right now, the position he's in on ball 3,
Oh, he is driving right now.
yeah, I think this only kind of makes things worse on Robert having to wait. I mean, I'm looking over at him right now. He's not even looking at the machine.
Yeah.
He's got headphones in. He's drowning everything out. So I think he's doing everything in his humanly possible power right now
Yeah.
to make sure that, he's looking over, so now he's going to know.
We know there's I think the interlock's on here, so there could be some shenanigans involving extra balls, but Dr. Augenstein's on the case, and tournament director
Evan.
I have to make sure I get the last name right, because there happens to be a few Evan B's in this place.
Let's see if you get it.
Evan Bingham.
You got it.
I almost said Evan Bookbinder, the Pittsburgh native that is here today. We carpooled together, but
awesome.
There's a handful of Evan B's with about the same stature as well. It's really silly.
We're short, stocky guys. That's how it is.
Short, stocky Evan B's. And then in Pittsburgh, there's another Evan B, Evan Benshetler. So not only do we have 2 Evan B's in pinball, there's 3 Evan B's in pinball.
Oh, wow. All right, so I think that ball got dropped in the plunger.
Yup. That ball is
enabled, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably not.
No. These games are on location. You definitely don't want to... Depending on the location, some people keep their interlocks closed, some people keep them open. He's going to go ahead, get that plunge, gets a hot million or 450,000 there.
Going for a whole lot. Nope.
Nope.
Is he going for a whole lot of Rosie or just got
No,
the bonus?
he was going for War Machine. It's just he got the lane, so it showed the whole lot of Rosie.
2.5 bonus, 78 minutes. That's on the scoreboard. That's the best War Machine we've seen on this one since it's been reset.
Yup.
Great job on his
I was about to say, this had to have been reset, right?
At some point.
Probably before this tournament.
Maybe.
So, he is in the clubhouse with a beautiful 75 million in change.
That is an excellent, excellent score.
And Evan doing the right thing and cranking up AC/DC to the pleasure of the crowd. Everybody here is captivated. Robert is stepping up to his game. It is electric here tonight. And it will be electric here tomorrow when we have our A Division finals where 24 men enter, and women, to be fair.
That's right, yep.
24 people enter, and 1 goes home with a really nice piece of hardware.
And some cash.
And I think there's like 600 some bucks.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah, there's definitely some cash on the line here.
AC/DC cranked to 11.
I can hear it very well through my headset right
I
now.
know, it's
It is
great.
glorious. We got to keep our focus here. Robert's going ahead with the Rosie strategy, and the benefits of the Rosie strategy, if you can get to tour, if you can get to album, your song jackpots aren't that far off in the distance. Your song bonuses.
And this tends to be my favorite mode to start on, too, simply because you have so many available shots.
Yeah.
Just about any ramp, any orbit you hit, you're going to get a jackpot. You're going to move the needle in the direction you want to go.
Yes. The other nice thing, when you shoot the left orbit, that ball doesn't come flying around at you. It gets stopped up in the top. It goes through the axe lanes. On this game, it's definitely a little rude with how it could feed out of the pops, but when you get into, say, like a tour multi-ball, you can just continually backhand the left, and it's always coming down.
Interesting strategy.
Taking the bell.
There.
Yeah, I can see it. Taking the bell, get you towards your multipliers. You know you've got to put up 75, so you got to hit him at some point. And speaking of album, he has got album ready and loaded. And
other thing, too, is he's doing a great job of ball catching here. Taking a very fast game, slowing it down, making sure he gets his shot.
Oh, that wasn't something.
The outlane happens.
Until the pop bumpers tell you to pack it up and go to ball 3.
All right. 62 million or so is what he needs.
he's looking at 66, 65. He's in a do-or-die situation. He knows the score he's got to get.
And he's avoiding a straight down the middle drain right there.
Yeah.
So he's already having to fight a little bit. You don't want to be having to do that. You want to be
Yep,
rhythmic.
and that is going to be a bang-bang out lane. Congratulations to Bobby for winning the B division. Robert taking second, being bounced on AC/DC, 75 million to 12.
Tough game for him, but a great job finishing second place. It's For Robert, he's had a string of really good finishes. I think
Yeah.
dating all the way back to March in the Louisville Arcade Expo.
Oh, yeah.
He had a really good showing in the B division there. He hasn't been able to crack A division quite as much. Mm-hmm. But you know what? Every one of these finishes, especially with the kind of skill players we have here,
Yeah.
you're going to get some serious Whopper points. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got to enjoy the B division while you can. Take it from somebody who kind of shot their way through the B division. You enjoy the B division while you can, because once you get to the other side, it's like, oh, man, I got to play, like, Trent Augenstein and John Raplogle and Chris Stevens, and I'm just like, oh, well.
It's fun. The challenge is
Oh,
amazing,
the challenge is great. Don't get me wrong.
Exactly.
I'm not trying to rag on the challenge, but it's definitely
It's a challenge.
if you've got some time to spend in B division, enjoy every minute of it. Because once you start getting good, you're on your road to A. And congratulations again to Bobby. The crowd here is whooping, hollering, applauding. There's
Pretty lit crowd for 1040 at night, I'll say that.
yeah, it's 10:40 at night, and there's A division players, friends, family, significant others just chilling out right now.
Absolutely. We got Evan taking the pictures that you're going to see on the websites here very, very shortly.
Oh yeah.
And I already see people roaming around with dollar bills. Well, okay, he's going to the change machine.
Yeah, that dollar bill's going in a change machine.
I kind of thought that dollar bill might be headed for a pinball machine for $1 game. Aha, there we go. There you go.
Somebody say dollar games.
I do believe there will be gentlemanly wagers being put on games after that.
Oh, quite gentlemanly.
Absolutely. See if we can get these guys over and get a quick interview with both of them here.
Yeah,
real quick.
I'll duck out for you. Nice to work with you again.
Absolutely, man.
Thanks for doing this,
Hope
and we're
you're
going to go
working
ahead and
good
get some
soon. Thank you
friends
for
in the
all the help
booth
with the rules
from
and
the
everything.
finals. Oh, you're welcome.
Absolutely, man.
Can you show and talk about the bracket for tomorrow?
I'll do that in just a minute. Can you get me Robert and Bobby? Yeah, let's show off the bracket for tomorrow real quick. We're going to do a switch here. Hey, absolutely. Enjoy it. So this is how our bracket looks for tomorrow right now. You can see basically seeds 9 through 24, starting with Kim Martinez, the last qualifier. She has the honor of going first. These players will all play Guardians of the Galaxy. They will go right down the line. And when we return from Guardians of the Galaxy, we will bring in our 1 through 8 players, John Del Zappo all the way up to Jesse Baker. So for the first round, John's going to get the honor of, the dishonor, I suppose, because he didn't get the bye of being the last player for the first 8 games. But then he might become one of the first players as we get around to the next batch. But you are looking right now at all the players that are going to be playing tomorrow as part of A Division. This is a really, really stacked field. Really good players, both local that have traveled. Just looking at all the names that we see on this leaderboard, this is a who's who. I mean, almost every player that had an opportunity to maybe qualify for A Division made it into this A Division. This is an all-star crew, so I'm very much looking forward to tomorrow and what we got looking ahead here. Let's see if we can get Bobby over here. He is here with trophy, with cash, with all kinds of goodies. Show him some love and proper respect here for your
thanks.
win. Bobby, congratulations, man. Good job tonight.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thanks.
Technology, it's a pain in the butt.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we felt it today. Don't worry. So let's talk about that ACDC game first. Putting up $71 million on there. It just seemed like everything was rolling for you. How'd you feel after that game? You had to have just a ton of confidence.
Oh, so much. I mean, when I qualified on it, I think I put up about 10. It's such a bad game, and as soon as I started getting the shots roll, and I knew if I could just get into that first multi-ball, I could kind of work my way through the game and put up a score that I think I thought was going to be good enough when the lights are on to kind of put the pressure on the Robert when he played. So.
Absolutely, and you did this really coming from the front spot after game number 1. You were the first person to play every single other game.
Yes.
Did you find that you were most comfortable in that spot, and why so?
Normally I don't like playing first at all if I can avoid it. I just want to play last. But when I saw the rankings, I was like, okay, I'm glad I didn't play first on the first game. Kind of just calm the nerves and get that first score out of the way. And really, I mean, some of these games, I'm like, I'm just going to play. I don't know if I'm putting up a good score or not. A couple of them I know really well, but for the most part, yeah, I was just like, let's just go, hang it out there and see what happens.
Absolutely, and that wasn't the only game you put up a great score on. I mean, you had a really good score on Getaway, on Star Wars Pro, so you were putting up really high scores across the board and putting pressure on everybody to try and meet that. And I think that worked to your advantage really the entire night.
I agree, absolutely.
Absolutely. So you'll be watching with me on A Division tomorrow, but you got a trophy, you got some cash to watch it with. You're going to be here for all the festivities tomorrow as well?
I'll still be in town, so I'm going to try and definitely, I think I want to see the city a little bit, but we'll be, I'm sure, stopping up here at one point or another.
Absolutely. Hey, you got to use that on drink somewhere, man.
Yeah, exactly.
But congratulations. Take that trophy back to Cleveland with pride.
We will.
And we'll see, hopefully see you tomorrow, and hopefully see you guys up there for the Cleveland show here in early September.
Yeah, absolutely.
You going to be making it to Pinburg, some of the other things going on?
I hope so. Definitely the Cleveland show, and I hope to be making it to some of the other stuff that's around.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Even 25th, it will go down to IFPA as 25th.
Right.
But you got much nicer toys to play with here today. So congratulations on that, man. Good job.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. That is Bobby Saylor, everybody. He is our winner tonight. Let's see if we can find Robert real quick. If you see Robert, send him over here for me. He might have already snuck out. He's our second place finisher in B Division tonight. Another solid performance by him. We talked about it a few minutes ago, but it still rings true. He's had a very good, consistent run of tournament play over the past few months, and it shows today. He was able to put up a really, really good score, qualify for B Division, just about made it into A, and gets a second place finish, gets a little bit of money for his efforts tonight too. So, and follow him on Facebook as well. You can look for the Pinball Wizard tournaments. He is one of the people that organizes those. I believe the next one is this Friday up at Arcade Super Awesome. We'll talk to him about that in just a minute or so. As we've got a Robert Gaines right here. We can get him on the mic for just a second. Rocking some Stark Industries gear I see today. Yeah, the hat might have to go for just a second. I know the hat is your go-to. So
that's my lucky pinball headband. Whichever hat I wear, that I made that headband with the pinballs on it to be my lucky headband.
Well, it worked tonight. It got you second place finish in B Division.
Yeah, always the bridesmaid. That's my 6th second place finish. I've never been able to get over it.
Wow. But, to that effect, you've had a lot of really good finishes lately. You've been playing very consistently.
Thank you.
Speak to, how much you've grown from a competitive pinball perspective, doing the competitions, as opposed to just playing League on a week-to-week basis.
Well,
Even our dollar game? Sweet. This is a dollar game.
It's a dollar game going on.
There you go.
Well, I never actually played competitively until October. I used to play all by myself back in the 80s and 90s. Then I took 18 years off, and I just started back up again. And actually, League itself is just almost the same level of difficulty in taking turns and waiting long times between playing and that kind of stuff that I've had to adjust to. Tournaments for me are almost simpler than League.
Yeah.
Because
clearer objective, maybe?
Yeah, clearer objective. That's a good way to put it.
That makes sense. So we talked to Bobby about his $73 million on ACDC. I was watching your eyes as you looked
No, you were
over.
watching my eyes because I was sitting facing the other direction. I wasn't even watching.
You were watching, but then there was the break in the action, and then I saw you turn over when the machine had to get open to take the ball out, and I was just thinking in your head it looked like you were going,
oh yeah. I played ACDC earlier, and I was basically just rattling around in circles on the playfield. Every time I'd miss, I couldn't quite line up the ramps. I would hit the rubber bumpers and go around in a circle, and you saw in this play, I hit a rubber bumper, rattle around the playfield, right out lane with no visible chance to save it 3 times in a row. When I missed that ramp, it was over. So, and then I stopped and laughed a couple of times because I was still rattling the loops, everything I would shoot at. I was just off by just that little tiny bit that makes it so that you can't really score.
And that's all it
And
takes.
I don't think I've ever had 71 million on ACDC. So
If I have, it certainly isn't on any machines that are out there for location.
Yeah, he put up they say go last so you know what you're shooting for, or go first and demoralize everyone that's coming after you. And he basically was able to do that with that kind of a score. That was a beautiful game.
He did a really good job. He
got
first.
distracted in the middle of it with the ball getting stuck or whatever was happening. I didn't really see what was going on.
Well, and when I looked up and I saw that's when you looked over, it's like I was thinking you're going to see that score, and then the moment you see it, you're going to be like, oh, hell.
Well, I was pretty much doomed when I heard it pop at 29 million, so I just didn't want to embarrass myself. And I'm not really embarrassed by slightly missing shots and having it shoot down the side lane. At least I didn't drop the ball in the center or anything like you
With
can
this kind of
sometimes
competition, you had a heck of a good night, so you've got nothing to be ashamed about
at all. I had a really good night.
Favorite game? What game did you feel like you did best at tonight that you enjoyed?
That I did best at that I enjoyed?
You use any metric you want. We're not picky.
Yeah, I actually had a really bad night, pretty much all the way around. I blew a couple of games to not be in the A division in the first place, and then here I pretty survived well. I had a really bad game on Star Wars, and Holly came up and got 3 house balls behind me and let me stay in the tournament. I was actually heading out the door, and because I was done. 127 million on Star Wars is horrible, and she just had 3 bad plunges in a row. Otherwise, I wouldn't even have made it to where I made it. So I enjoyed playing Medieval Madness, but I messed that up by doing the unforgivable, stupid thing of trying to free a stuck ball myself by shaking it and tilting myself right out of the A division. That was the last game.
It's such a natural thing to want to do that because you don't want to sit there and wait.
And when they take the glass off and do all that kind of stuff, it takes you out of the flow. And if I could have just got it off, it was just balanced on a bumper up in the middle of the play field. And if I thought, it's easy, but it went straight. It didn't don't go danger, double danger, tilt. It went straight to tilt.
Oh.
And I was way ahead at that point, and both players came back, and I was 1 point out of A because of it. I gave away 2 points with that tilt.
And we'll pull up the standings real quick just to remind you just how close everything was.
Right, that
with those standings.
9-way tie.
It was a 3-point difference between being in a position where you could play for a bye and in a position where you were playing for your life.
It was a very close
tournament.
tournament.
A division. Just these kind of formats with the Swiss format really lends itself to parity. And tonight was no exception. So, just you can find single balls within all 30 that you played tonight and say that's the ball that led me to win or that's the ball that led me to lose.
Right, and by being 1 point out of A,
I'll be here tomorrow at noon.
Sounds good.
I failed to come back by 1 million points on, what was it? Theater Magic.
Yep. And 1 million points is not much.
Nothing on Theater Magic, no.
Yeah.
That was a 300 million point game, and I was less than 1 million points short of one more flip, just send it up around one more loop, and that would have been a difference of 1 point for me there too.
Absolutely.
And I'm not whining. It's just we're just dissecting the night.
Absolutely. Before we let you go,
yes.
talk about this upcoming Friday. You of course are one of the proprietors of the Pinball Wizard Tournament Series.
Yes.
And I believe next Friday is the next event, correct?
Friday the 13th is the very first Friday night event that's going to be held at Super Awesome.
Yep.
And we're happy to have that. We didn't think we were going to be allowed to play at Super Awesome at all this year, and John very graciously at the last minute when another venue fell through let us come in there. It's a 9 strikes progressive format tournament this time. We're changing the format a little bit.
I'm excited to see how that works. Speaking of, there is Mr. Arcade Super Awesome himself in chat. John, how are you doing tonight? Hope you're having a wonderful evening.
Hi, John.
Hey.
One of the things that we do different at that tournament is that we use the entry fees to purchase a bunch of fun prizes, and we try to encourage people to buy raffle tickets, play the side games, and we spread the prize fund out a little bit more evenly with the prizes through the raffle, through the charity, which is for Project Pinball and Aaron Calmet. And my goal with the tournament is to make it a little more fun for the people who aren't always in the top 4. You see the same faces like the ones we're looking at the screen all the time. Those are the guys that always show up in the top 4. And so from the very beginning, we have set the tournament up, tried to set it up a little bit with side games that it played during where this time we're going to have Guardians of the Galaxy. We're going to cover the entire playfield with cardboard except for the flippers.
Oh, no.
So I don't know if she's got 3 inches visible or what.
It's a Papa challenge on this. And since you just got back into playing, I don't know if you've been up to Replay FX yet.
My first year will be this year.
You will love it, for one. But one of the challenges they tend to have is they tend to have machines that have glossy glass over top of them.
Thanks to the person who just said congratulations to me. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That was John.
John, thanks, John.
That was John. And they have frosty glass over top of it for that same reason, to limit your visibility. So I'm sure they'll have a couple games like that. It'll be a good challenge.
If you want to find out about the tournament, go to Facebook and look for Pinball Wizard Championship 2018 or Pinball Wizard 2018 Championship. I can't remember. We're going to be doing it.
That's right. Pinball Wizard 2018 should get you to where you want to go.
And you'll be able to find out about the tournament. And we are limited to 60. We haven't had 60 yet, so for this venue we're limiting it to 60 people. So sign up in advance by going and just signing up on the match play. Put your name in at match play. Pre-register yourself. Anyone who pre-registers gets a little bit of a bonus, and if you're going to be late when you're traveling from Cleveland or Cincinnati or something like that, you can call ahead, and the rule is written so that we'll hold your group for 5 minutes after the actual dead start time of 8:07 p.m., and you'll take a loss in that if you're more than that 5 minutes late,
right?
And every subsequent round after that. So we're trying to make it so that people can travel easily. We really want everybody to come out and have a good time. We've had lots of fun pinball when we play.
Absolutely. I have thoroughly enjoyed the events I've been able to go to, the different venues, the chance to get to tour really a lot of different cool places in Ohio has been a lot of fun, including here at Level 1. We've gotten to go up to the Barn of Trent on one evening.
We're going back there next month.
So we'll be back there in August. I assume there will be pinball box bonfires, just like there was last time.
Yeah.
There better be.
We'll be going to Stonehenge, and I think we're going back to Kid Force again.
That's great.
Before the end of the year. And then we haven't found or decided on the venue for the finals in January.
Okay.
And the other thing is that you're playing for a position in the finals for the super duper big Pinball Wizard. The Pinball Wizard of the 12 months gets a big fancy trophy that is from the series, and you can get all the information for that on Facebook.
Absolutely. So glad we were able to get a push out for you on that.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
I am looking forward to being there on Friday. At least at this point, I can't think of anything keeping me from
I hope
being
you can
there.
make it. You haven't been to a lot of them, but you've been to a couple.
Running around like a loony
Friday
sometimes.
nights can be hard for people. So
Sometimes occasionally, but I'm going to do my best for sure. But Robert, congratulations.
Thank you
tonight,
very
man.
much. Thank you.
Good job in your B Division finish.
Thank you.
And hopefully you're going to be here tomorrow to watch some of the fun.
I have my nieces who've been nagging me for the last 4 hours to come home, please. So
Aww.
I'll be playing with my nieces tomorrow. A 5-year-old, a 6-year-old. She just turned 6, and an 8-year-old. So
Well, you know what? Go home and enjoy.
yeah, I was gonna go play with them tonight and come back tomorrow, but now it gets flip-flop. So
Yeah.
thank you very much, and it was a great tournament, and this is a great venue, and people should come here and play and drink and have lots of fun.
Absolutely. Robert, once again, good job.
Thanks.
All right,
Thanks,
thank you.
Scott. Have a
That was
good
Robert
night.
Gaines. He was our second place finisher tonight in B Division. I think that just about should do it for our coverage here. Everybody has kind of ventured off into a few gentlemanly dollar games or headed home to get a little rest before A Division tomorrow. Let's show you that bracket one more time before we get out of here. I'm going to hide the B Division so we can see the A. We will get it kicked off around 1 o'clock tomorrow. I think we'll be on the air about 12:30. And Kim Martinez and Claire Burkhalter, Rob Wisnick, these are the players that will be kicking us off on Guardians of the Galaxy tomorrow early afternoon as we get rolling with the knockout, the actual amazing pinball race. And we're going to see which one of these 24 competitors comes out with the win, comes out with the trophy, comes out with the money. So we got one more day of this coming up. I want to thank everybody for watching tonight. You guys have been awesome. You guys have been super supportive. with your bits, subscriptions, everybody contributing something to chat. That's what we like to see. We want you guys to be having just as much fun on the stream as you were if you were sitting in this building. So, guys, thank you so much for that. We appreciate it. And I think with that, we're going to go ahead and sign out because my voice can probably use a little bit of a rest among anything. Guys, thank you again for the nice words as well. I'm very humbled and appreciative of that you guys enjoy the commentary, and it means a lot to me. So, much appreciated. And with that, we will see you tomorrow at about 12:30 in the afternoon, and we're going to have some pretty darn good pinball play then. Guys, have a great evening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.